Yeah. So let's go to discipline, man. Let's go. So we have these intentions for the next year, and the last part today is gonna be about the discipline. How actually we can make sure that we are going towards these intentions or intentions in our life. What is your way of doing it? And I'm gonna share after that my way of doing it.
Hmm. Um, what comes to mind right now is just to be in line with my purpose in life. So, as I said in the previous sections that we discussed, so we spend so much time about things that we do, and most of the things we don't even love. Many times we're on an autopilot, but we don't spend time on ourselves. So spending time on ourselves could be, just every morning, in a safe space, in a quiet space, just think of my purpose in life. What is my purpose in life? Remind me of my purpose in life, and then use this as a compass, in order to be aligned with whatever I want to do. So, in the same way, think of what are my core values, my five most important values, and what are my five
Mm,
biggest priorities. So, having in mind my purpose, my five biggest values, and my five biggest priorities, this can give me clarity on what I want to do and how I want to do it. This
mm.
will make me able to say no, in a healthy way, if something does not resonate with my purpose and my values, and my core priorities. And it will give me perspective and focus on what I want to do. Um, this is one thing that I'm thinking of. And the second thing is, apart from purpose and values and priorities, to focus on what my heart is saying. So, we are not our mind, we're not our heart, we're not our body, we're all of that together. And we have a brilliant mind, but we also have a body with its own intelligence, and we have a heart. So being aligned with who we are, body, mind, and heart and soul, and using our intuition, in order to see what is right and what is wrong, and moving towards the direction that our intuition tells us. These are the two main things that come to me right now.
Mm, mm. That's all right, man. That's perfect. I mean, it's great that you share these things, and I'm going to share mine, and then people can really get and you can use Tassos, you can use me, you can use both of us in a way to create hybrid between us, or you can use your own way of doing it. But the best thing for me is, first of all, I just want to share about the intentions I shared before. We shared before that I'm using the word intention on purpose, not goals, because sometimes when I use goals goes a little bit more around. We need to do it. I need to have this outcome and everything. Intention is more like this is what I really want. This is what I want to focus on. This is what I want to put my time on. Sometimes it can happen, sometimes not. But the most important is that I go in this direction because this is what is important for me right now. And now, when I say about myself, about the discipline, for me, I really, when I have the intentions, I want to put the discipline in order to do something every single day in order to work on that intention. That for me is very important. So when it comes to self-worth, definitely the intention which I want to create here, and they're disconnected also with the other one, but especially for self-worth, is this mindful self-compassion practice I do. And I recently, yesterday actually, I finished a course on that. I'm certified. I had a certificate of going through the course of mindful self-compassion. And
Congratulations.
thank you, man. So that was really great because I was doing some informal practices before when it comes to self-compassion, but after this course, I really went another level on that, and I can see clearly how that impacts my life when it comes to how I feel about myself, how I react to myself in different situations, how actually I am more present and loving with myself and other people when I do that. And my dedication this year is to really keep going with that every single day, formally and informally, going more deeper and deeper with this self-compassion practice. And on top of that, I joined a circle which is about every week you can go 1 to 3 times with a group and really going and advancing your practice in that. And I have an intention later, because it has to be some time between now and starting the course for teacher, but I want to go to teacher's training on that, which actually is going to help me about my self-worth, but also is going to help me about my net worth, I guess. And it's going to help me also about my public worth, because I'm going to help more people in this way. So in this way, I can really combine these things. And the good thing is that when I do this mindful self-compassion practice, it helps me also to connect more with women in my life, like with the intimate relationship. I see that clearly with myself, and also um, with the person next to me. Is going to help me to really be more present, be more loving, be more kind, which is super important when it comes to this relationship. So this is one of the dedications I have, which is going to help actually in all the areas when we talk about that. Another thing which I'm going to focus on is to really focus on seeing the value in my practice and myself. Really focusing on realizing how important I can be for other people, for my clients, and for me in general, for the society. This is a practice which I'm going to keep going. I started doing that, but definitely I'm going to keep going doing that every single day. And I'm going to talking daily basis, because for me that's important to create a habit in our mind. So when I talk about small habit of our mind, but these habits of our mind, they help in the other one. So I'm gonna focus also on my dancing practice, as also Tassos knows that I'm doing salsa dancing, and that's so important for me, because it helps me to really challenge myself doing things which I'm not great at, even good at, and it helps me to really grow and develop different sides of my brain which was not developed before. And that's one of my goals this year, is to really go to the level when I feel that I really enjoy dancing. I still I'm still in my head, but when I really want to enjoy it, I really feel that this is something which I go there and just go in the flow with that. Um, I have a goal. After I do that with my dancing, I'm gonna start another thing which I want to really challenge me. It will be maybe martial art or something like this. But we'll see if that is going to be this year or next year. It depends on how I go with the practice. Another thing which I want is really to create a different relationship with money, to go to the next level in this relationship with money, because everything is a relationship with yourself, with other people. Money is a relationship as well. I go to the course, which is called Creating the Impossible, and I'm gonna start this in several days. So that's another dedication I have. So that just go to the place where I really create different relationship there, seeing it different way, connecting it with my, as Tassos said, my purpose, my vision, my values, so that I really see the realize fully why this is important in my life, and how this can help not only me but also the society around me, people around me, close people, clients, and everyone. Because for me, the motivation is coming from understanding that this is not only about you. And and in all of these things which I shared now, the dedications I have for this year, they are not only about me. They are how these things can help me to become more worthy, more valuable, more influential for the society. Because in general, we are one. And if every one of us gives more and more, then we can really erase the human race, right? And that's the reality of it. That's what makes us feel really good and satisfied inside. So and it's very important for, and also the happiness idea, the cracking the happiness in our life. Everyone wants to be happy. I got really interested more and more in the happiness idea, the hormones like dopamine, serotonin, and oxytocin, these kind of things. I'm gonna work more on that. But the idea here is that um, yeah, being disciplined daily with specific things, I believe it will help me to really create more of the intentions I have for this year. So this is from my side when it comes to discipline. And we are almost at the end of the session. We have 2 minutes more where we can just, Tassos, I'm gonna give you the word to share one of your last words of the session.
No, I would just like I was listening to all the wonderful things that you shared with us now, and what I'm hearing is that in order to be disciplined regarding your professional part, your professional life, what I'm hearing is applied learning, mindfulness, compassion. You mentioned applied learning creates new habits in your life, celebrating who you are and the contribution that you give to the world. Changing, the relationship with money, and getting into new areas like happiness, and also about your life. A kind of discipline is following your heart and having fun, dancing, doing what makes your heart sing. So, and this is a wonderful way, to follow these things with discipline, which is, for me, discipline seems to be a hard word, but it comes from disciple. So it's like you're a disciple of who you are and who you want to be. And it's something that comes from the heart eventually. And even though it seems a very structured word, a very, word that you can put in a box, it can come from your heart and from the contribution that you want to give to yourself and to the world, and how you can be aligned to that. And you gave us a perfect example with what you said before.
Yeah, thank you, man. I mean, definitely, that's a great etymology, with disciple thing, because it is disciple of your self mastery. If not only your self mastery, but your value for the world, because we are here to do that, and that's what I was saying. When you get more of, you feel that you're worthy, you feel that you're valuable, you feel that you are doing things, you're loving yourself, you put yourself out, you just get of yourself, and you start focusing on the world. And that's what people don't understand sometimes, that they think it's really selfish, but it's not actually selfless, because once you deal with that, you could say, then you are really open towards focusing on life, focusing on other people, because otherwise you are always in your head and you're always trying to prove yourself. And that's what we don't want. We want to feel that we are enough, that we are great, that we are lovable, that everything is all right, so that we can focus on what we can do best. And it doesn't matter who you are, you're a doctor, you're a coach, you're a taxi driver, whatever. Then you focus on that, and in this way you contribute to the world. And that's I think the biggest learning, one of the biggest learnings for me. So before we go, we have 2 minutes. So tell me if you want to share a word or sentence with people, just you want to share something like last.
Okay, so what I would love to share is, just be yourselves, be who you are, and listen to your heart, and rest in knowing that everything will unfold organically and at the right time and how it's meant to be. Never give up, and walk on the path that you have chosen.
Yeah, that's a beautiful message, man. And I just want to share, guys, just listen to what Tassos said, and I want to tell you that just be the person for yourself, which you always wanted someone to be for you. Because if you are that, you're gonna see that transformation will follow inevitably with you. So thank you for being here, guys. We're gonna see each other soon, and have a lovely day.